and welcome to the 10th episode of the Go-To Techie Show. I'm your host, Isaac Swanson. If you have any tech questions, you can shoot me an email at thegototechie@gmail.com. Alright, let's get underway with the show. First off, I got Snow Leopard. Came in the mail from Apple. I love getting stuff in the mail from Apple. That always comes really fast, and it's really good. I like Apple a lot now. So yeah, I put it on my 15-inch MacBook Pro. It took about 35 minutes, as I said, to install it. It comes with Expose, is a little bit more refined. Safari 4, QuickTime is totally redone. Stacks are scrollable, and there, of course, there's a lot more refinements that would take a lot more time to talk about. Alright, but it's a good operating system, a lot more stable, it's supposed to be refined, it's good. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about. Now, I hear this all the time. People are like, oh my gosh, iTunes deleted my whole music library. So, what I want to talk about now is how to back up your iTunes. So, basically what happens, whenever you, let's say you have a CD, so you put it in the drive, it'll rip the music off the CD and put it somewhere onto your computer. Now, in iTunes, you can just go in and say, okay, go into the preferences place, and say, okay, now this is where I want iTunes to store my music. You can change where you want it to be stored, what quality you want the audio to be copied at off the CD. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to copy whatever folder it stores the music in. You're going to copy that whole folder and copy it onto a hard drive, or burn it to a CD or a DVD or something. Then your whole iTunes library is backed up then. I would also encourage you to do this more than once, at least every month, because I know you download music constantly and stuff like that, or if you're importing CDs and stuff like that, you want to keep that backed up. Now, if you do accidentally get all your music deleted, but you still have your iPod, well, then you're in luck. There's a couple things. You can try to copy the music directly off your iPod, which will only work if you have a hard drive based iPod, I think. But you can also, there's also third party software that will rip the music off your iPod. There's a good article from iLounge that talks about this exact problem, and I have a link to the article in the show notes. I read over it. It's really good. So if you need to back up from your iPod, go check out that article. It's really helpful. Alright. Next, I want to talk about backing up your computer. Now, my desktop that I used to edit the show on, the motherboard just died. But if the hard drive would have died, I would have been screwed. Well, not totally, but I had some of my stuff backed up, but not all of it. So right now, I just talk about backing your hard drive up really quick. Now, there's several ways you can back up your hard drive. You can buy an external hard drive, or you can get a Drobo, which is basically it's like a data robot. It basically stores at least, I think it's more up to 6 or 7 copies, redundant drives of all your information. So you'll never ever lose data. You can also look into something like cloud server, or storing your media on somebody else's server that's in a remote location, like in Texas or Arizona or something, wherever they're based out of. I have the top 5 online backup services here according to CNET. First one's @backup, second one's Data Protector, third is iBackup, fourth is iOmega, iStorage Online, and the fifth is Xdrive. All these, I have information about them in the show notes. If you want to go check them out, they're there. So basically, there's a couple options you have when you're trying to back up your data. You just gotta find the one that works best for you with your price range, stuff like that, and then go for it. But the main thing is that you want to get your stuff backed up, because if you lose it because your drive fails or something like that, it's gone, and it'll be a lot harder to get back. You'll have to take it to like a place that can recover drives, and that's kind of a lot to mess around with, and you might not get all the data back. So, yep. And then finally, last thing I want to talk about today is the new iPods are here from Apple. The first one they updated was the classic. Basically got more. They got the 160 gigabyte version. So basically, if you have a lot of music, then that would be the iPod for you, or videos or podcasts or whatever. So they updated that. Nothing exteriorly changed on that, but they just updated the storage. Next, they gave the shuffle a few more colors. So I think they just had like silver and something else before. But they gave this new one, they gave more colors to the new shuffle. Next, they updated the iPod Touch. Basically, it's 50% faster. They added a 64 gigabyte model. The 8 gigabyte is $200. The 32 gigabyte is now $300, and the 64 gigabyte is $400. They dropped the 16 gigabyte, which is what I have. Then the iPod Nano got the most updates. It got bigger storage, has a larger screen, FM radio, which I was really surprised because Apple has never had an iPod with radio in it, and it also shoots video. Yeah, which was so tight. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. So yeah, it shoots video. It's got a camera, microphone, speaker built into it, one-touch uploading to YouTube, and yeah, I've watched some of the video from it. It looks great. I like it. They got lots of pretty colors for it, and yeah, and they did release iTunes 9, pretty sweet. You should check it out. It's got iTunes LP, home sharing. They redesigned the iTunes Store, which I like a lot better. And yeah, they also updated the iPod Touch software to 3.1. Basically, I think they got Genius recommendations and mixes, peer-to-peer gaming, stereo Bluetooth, so you can do that, and that's about it for the updates for the Apple stuff. But yeah, if you want to get an iPod, now would be the time to do it. They just refreshed everything, so I don't think they're going to probably have any major updates till next summer. So yeah, if you want an iPod, now's the time to get one. It'll be good for about a year. Alright, next week I'm going to be talking about how to get better cell phone reception. Stay tuned for that. Oh, and I did see the movie Inglourious Bastards. It's pretty sweet, a little bloody, check it out. I highly recommend it, but once again, I said it's kind of a little bit bloody, but you know, if you don't mind that, go see it. Alright, if you have any tech questions, email me at thegototechie@gmail.com, or leave a comment or video response below this video if you're watching on YouTube. Check out my website at www.thegototechie.com to view all my promotional offers, watch previous episodes, and stuff like that. Okay, that is it for this show. I'm your host, Isaac Swenson. Keep it sweet.